Hello everyone and welcome to the channel, and today we're going to be doing an unboxing and overview of this Ghk G5. Now this gun isn't mine, it's a friend's. Again, they're letting me do an unboxing of it to bring to you guys, so I hope you enjoy it. But that means there will be no review of this in the future. So the box is very Ghk, and what I mean by that is it's very plain. It tells you the very minimum about what you need, and the fact that it's a Ghk and that it is a G5. When you take the box off, you are left with this. So we have a Ghk Manual, which has some basic stuffs. Pretty important actually if you're looking to use it, like how to attach a buffer tube assembly, how to change the bolt release, how to maintain the gun, yada yada yada, lots of bits. If you're buying one, I would recommend reading it because it tells you a lot of good information. And then we're presented with three bits, so we're going to go for the most boring part first, this, which is the Ghk M4 buffer tube adapter. So this allows you to use an M4 buffer tube with an M4 stock on the gun instead of this Scorpion S stock that comes with it. Next we have the Ghk, oh, I didn't know that, 4 bits. Next we have the Ghk G-Mag, which is essentially a P-Mag style magazine, and these hold about 42 rounds, use green gas, and the Ghk gas blowout mags are pretty much the best on the market, especially these version 2 gas ones. I think this is version 2. But anyway, the Ghk mags are brilliant. Got a few markings at the top, 5.56 by 45. Pretty much all you need to know. Apart from the fill valve is actually at the back here, so it's not on the bottom where it can get damaged or maybe be an ingress point for dirt and debris. Right up in the back where it's going to be safe in your magazine pouch and where it's going to be safe in the gun. So that's really awesome. Underneath, a little surprise which I wasn't aware about, this is a speed loader which specifically has an adapter for the G5. Now, what I'd recommend people do is this be their dedicated G5 gas blowback magazine adapter, and just glue this in place. It saves you a lot of hassle because that, as you can see, it's just waiting to fall off to the point where I'm going to put it back in the box and not touch it. Lastly, we have the gun itself, which is here in all its glory. So I'm going to move this all out of the way. We're going to look at the gun itself. So this is how the gun comes, with the stock folded. To unfold it, you literally just pull it out. There's no lock mechanism keeping it in the closed position. So again, like Daddy Thumb likes to do, we're going to go from the tip to the butt as per always. At the front we have a unique Ghk Flash Hider, unique to the G5. I don't think I've seen it on any other guns. We have the rail system. We have rails on the left, right, bottom and top on the monolithic receiver. The front as well, we have our front iron sights, which are just a flip out sort of thing, combined with the rear iron sights, which are a flip up. And I think actually at Ghk the factory, they put these iron sights on the wrong way around. They should actually be facing the other way, so it flips up from the back instead of from the front. So that's that's interesting that happened. Yeah, that's a bit odd. Iron sights are pretty basic. They're like most style iron sights. I don't know if I'm going to be able to align those up for you. Kind of, but you get the picture. The front one's integrated into the actual body of the weapon. The rear one is actually just held on with a finger screw, so you can take that off easy. So continuing down the right side of the gun, we have the ejection port and the bolt. We have the little latch that the stock latches onto to keep it closed. We have the magazine release, the fire selector, trigger. We have an M4 style handle. Now this can be swapped out for any gas or real steel M4 grips, like a Magpul MOE one. Just worth noting, it's just a screw at the bottom that you screw it out. Now at the back we have the stock, which is nice and easily adjustable. You just hold this down and it extends. Nice and simple. Now we're going to go on to the right hand side. At the front here, the big difference is we have our charging handle. Now this charging handle can be moved around to either side. So to put it onto the right side, all you do is you remove remove the bolts to the front here. This front bit slides off, and you literally just take this out and put it onto the other side. Nice and simple. It shows you how to do it in the manual. Yeah, this bolt release kind of works like a HK style bolt, as where you can just pull it back to load the gun. Nice and simple. Or you can pull it up and lock it into position, kind of like an MP5 or a G3, and that holds the bolt open. Now this doesn't have a bolt hold open device like an M4 or something, but on the last round of the magazine the bolt does hold open, and then just to release it you just rack the slide again, it will drop the bolt nice and easy and you're ready to go again. So back to the side, it's an ambi magazine release, so you can use this with your left hand if you wish. And again, we have a fire selector over here. Back here, this is the little button you depress to fold the stocking. You just depress it, put the stock to the side, and push it closed. Now, the Ghk G5 is incredibly lightweight. It's the lightest gas blowback gun on the market, mainly because the gun is pretty much all plastic. Only the internal bits that need to be metal are metal. What is interesting about this gun is it uses the Ghk style, obviously, hop-up unit, which is a rotary unit, which is actually accessed by using the cutout here. What you want to do is you want to get like a screwdriver or something flat, and you can push it in and rotate it, and that's how you apply hop. To open the gun up to do some maintenance, rack the gun, and then you want to push this pin to the side here. I'm not going to do it because it's not my gun, so I don't want to open anything up. But then when you do that, this pin comes out, or this pin nudges out. You just pull it to the side. I think it's a captive pin if I remember right, because I used to own a G5. This bit lifts up to the top, and you can pull out the bolt and the recoil assembly at the top there. Nice and easy. Perfect for doing your maintenance. So what we're going to do now, we're going to do a test of the trigger. We're going to see how it see its brake and its reset. So we're set to semi-auto. Rack the gun. Little bit of travel, brake. Now what's nice is it's not the biggest of walls, but I can feel that brake. So I can sit here and have my finger on pulling on the initial bit of resistance, and then finally, when I'm ready to take the shot. Now the reset is there. So once it's reset, the trigger will jump and you'll be ready to fire again. Now on auto, the trigger resets a little different. Well, that's safe. On auto, the trigger resets a little different. So we pull the trigger down, and as the bolt's slowly released, if you listen, the hammer drops anyway, because it's full fucking auto. What a glorious sound. So I can give a bit of an insight onto the G5 because I used to own one a while back, but I sold it. The G5 is an awesome gas blowback platform. It's one of my favourites. I only really sold mine because I wanted to get something with a bolt release like an M4 style, which I will be getting in the future hopefully, so fingers crossed. But it's a very reliable gun system. It works brilliantly in the cold. I mean, I was using it during winter. With green gas magazines, and it was still performing brilliantly. There's lots of stuff you can do to it. The platform itself for a good gas blowback system is fairly cheap. You can extend the gun if you want with a carbine or DMR kit, which has some length. You can replace obviously the normal stock with a M4 stock. Really, there's a lot of good things you can say about the gun, and I will, because it is a really good gun. So even though I'm not going to do a full review of this, the short one is, if you want a gas gun and you like the style and you don't want to spend too much, I highly recommend the Ghk G5. It's absolutely brilliant. So I hope you enjoyed the video. If you liked it, hit like. If you didn't, dislike. Subscribe if you really liked it and you want to help me get to 300. Or who knows, when this video comes out, I might already bet. Yeah, 300, so that would be pretty cool. But yeah, thank you guys, and I hope you enjoyed.